Nice and snug, but we are in. This is going to be exciting. I'm sure you can already tell what engine is in this beast. Let me just get my safety belt on, and I think I'm going to just go with the window open for now. We'll see what the noise sounds like when we get there. So, to put it short and simply, for many of you, you know that I have a stock standard Nissan 1400 with the A14 motor. Now this Nissan 1400, it's been featured on the channel a few videos back, but this one is pretty special. I don't know how, I don't know who, but they managed to cram in a 3UZ Lexus V8 and an automatic transmission into this 1400 chassis. Now a lot of work has gone in since you guys have seen this Bakkie last. A lot of body work and a lot of fine tuning in regards to the engine and stuff, but I'm just waiting for the robot to change, and hopefully we can just hear a bit what this car sounds like, because it's got two mufflers on, but it still sounds extremely rowdy. So waiting for the robot to change, and then I'll open up a bit. But this car is pretty special, guys. I think there are a few V8 swapped 1400s in the country. I might be wrong, I might be right. You guys can leave a comment down below if you know of any, which I do not know of. So if you know of any, let me know. And also let me know if you'd like me to feature more 1400 Bakkies. Since I own one, I would like to feature those, which I would say inspire me to build mine, and this is definitely one of them. This thing is pretty wild. So this Bakkie has a RPM gauge as well as a speedo gauge. I know last time I drove it, one of them was not working, so it seems that the RPM gauge is working. So this Bakkie is pretty insane. We are cruising. I mean, my foot barely touched the throttle there at the robot, and we were already going pretty fast. I just want to drive slow here because I know there's usually a speed camera. Then I'm going to go to the spot where I can actually, I wouldn't say floor it, but just drive it a bit harder so you can hear the exhaust sound. Let me know what you think so far about it below. I mean, that was a little bit rowdy as I just got out that corner. I think my foot slipped a little bit, but I don't seem to see that camera, so just going to give it a little bit of fat. We're already on 60, guys. Oh, there is a camera. Luckily I stopped because there is a camera for 60 on both sides. So my instinct was right. I will not be flooring it because these police just want to get some long weekend bribes going. Yeah, we should be able to. Guys, I mean, the 1400 Bakkie only weighs, I think, like 800 or 900 kgs, so it's not that this is a heavy chassis at all. I just want to turn here to see if I can take some photos of the Bakkie for below, and also just show you guys some of the exterior features. Let's go down here. This should be a nice spot to take some photos, and I can want to see how this road is. You can possibly drive up and down here one or two times just to get some, I don't know, this guy is testing his drone. That's pretty cool. Hopefully it doesn't fly into me. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn around, park the Bakkie in the street, and then we are gonna take some nice photos and some cinematic videos before we head out onto the road again. And I think this should be a nice spot right here. I'm gonna block the way a little bit, but that's okay. Just like that. I just want to give you guys some quick specs regarding this Bakkie, stuff that are very unique. It has a full 76mm exhaust, 2 mufflers. It has XXR wheels, an M75 diff with the disc brake conversion. We have 2 NRX1 bucket seats which help keep you sturdily in place. Up front we have the standard Nissan 1400. I'm actually lying, that's not a Nissan 1400 brake caliper. I need to find out what Nissan 1400 brake caliper that is. You guys can let me know. So yeah, for those of you that do know what brake caliper that is, I think this is from like a other Nissan, but that is slightly upgraded in front. Less standard suspension. You'll see it has some flares on the arches which have been, okay, that's only on the front. It has some flares on the front arch which have been molded in. Then the main art piece is this fully fiberglass bonnet with the 2 vents. You'll see there aren't really space for the intakes, and as I show you the engine, which you saw, the intake sits all the way on the left there. So those are just basically to let hot air escape, but as you can see, it's a 4.3 VVTi 3UZ FE. A lot of custom work has been done to get this to fit inside, and then we have the front HID bulb with the LEDs, and we have a sick little molded front lip and a set of new front indicator or front fog lights. So that's the special parts about this car. Like I said, there was a lot of work went into it to be able to fit this motor inside. It has too much power for this chassis, because second, third gear you just roast the tires. I personally haven't done that yet because it's not my car, but the XXR wheels are a new addition to the Bakkie, and I think they look absolutely sick, especially with them being like a gunmetal grey or satin black. So that's some of the features of the car. Let me know in the comments down below if there's anything else you would like me to mention that I maybe didn't mention at all. I'm going to put you guys back on the holder for my phone, and then we're going to go for another drive, and yeah, just let us see a bit of this car's performance and how it sounds, how it handles, and we'll go from there. We are getting back in the car. I just spent a good amount of time taking some nice photos and videos, and now I'm just going to drive around with it and show you guys basically what the car's like as a daily. Obviously you just heard it has a really nice exhaust note with the 2 mufflers, so yeah, I can't really drive fast or do anything crazy because this is a family area and there are lots of kids here. So I'll get onto the main road now, and I'll go down a few back roads just to open it up a little bit so you guys can experience the speed, if you can experience the speed or the sense of speed from the inside. So yeah, hopefully the video portrays it well as to how nice this car actually is to drive. taste. This V8 is powerful. Let's go left here. About the steering box. So this steering box, something is up with it because it does float a lot over the road, so there is a way to adjust the steering box so that it's more sharp. My Bakkie's steering box, for instance, is quite sharp. It's very darty, but now I'm again must compare suspension, because my Bakkie's suspension is very floaty. Like even if you guys remember the video with Tinus, I stated that my Bakkie feels very boaty towards or compared to Tinus's Bakkie, where this Bakkie seemingly just handles very well. I don't know what they did with the leaf springs at the back, because it's still leaf spring suspension at the back. At the front, like I said, still standard 1400 suspension, but I don't know if they put other springs or maybe other shocks inside the housing, which makes it handle a little bit better. But compared to what my Bakkie is like, this thing, you can feel its nose heavy because of the weight of the motor. I'm just driving the speed limit here because there's someone on my bum. You can feel its nose heavy because of the motor, but I think at the right place, on the right day, if you've got a wet track, you will actually be able to slide this around pretty easily. 1400s have this standard or factory notion of having very good steering angle. I don't know if there would be some binding in the suspension, but it has a really balanced set of angle from factory. So I think with the weight of the motor and the backside being so light, you should be able to slide this car relatively easy. So I'm just cruising now at like 50 k's an hour. I think if the seats were a little bit more comfortable, this would actually be such a nice cruiser to take down for a trip somewhere. Like I said, I showed you guys now, the bodywork is actually phenomenal. Here on the door, my 1400 has the same thing on the door as well. It's a little bit of a ding where the paint chips, but this inside framework of the doors are not the best, so it is something that you have to look at and repair. But I'm gonna holes. Hoping everyone stops where they're supposed to. Filming alone obviously makes it a lot harder, but I'm trying to make the best of what I can without getting my stuff stolen by leaving it next to the road. So we'll see if I can manage to do that. Come on camera, turn back to where you were. Other than that, this Bakkie is pretty chilled. It really doesn't do bad as a daily. I think the only thing that would kill you as a daily is the fuel. With it being a 4.3 litre V8, but I think this thing would really be, I know there's a few guys who have this motor in their Bakkies with twin turbos, and then also in a few of them have them in the KE70s, which is pretty wild because the KE70 and this Bakkie are both very, very light platforms that don't weigh a lot. So I can't imagine slapping a turbo or a supercharger onto this thing. That must be mental. Yeah, the brakes are good. The brakes are good. We'll see. I know there's a camera down there, so it doesn't even help I try to do anything. I don't want to let Umlo get a fine, but I actually haven't driven it in sport mode. I don't know which way is plus, which way is minus, and it also doesn't have a gear shift indicator, so it's really hard to kind of figure out which way to shift to go into the next gear. I'm assuming plus is up. We'll see now. I'll just do it slowly first to see if I can get the hang of it. Still shift for itself in sport, space between me and the next car. I must say one thing, I think my 1400 does this as well when braking really hard, is the fact that it pulls like, or it nose dives quite insanely. So I don't know if it's a brake bias thing, because this brake, the right hand side brake, is closest to the master cylinder. I don't know what it is, but it's quite a scary thing, especially if you're at a decent speed and you're trying to slow down some. So yeah, I'm sorry for if you see me. I'm not driving like a pig, I'm just accelerating every now and then, just to show the people what the Bakkie speed is like, but taking it like calmly, and also being very vigilant and safe. There's enough space in front of me, there aren't any red little robots, there aren't any cameras. It's something that South Africa has become prone to, especially with them hiding the speed cameras. Let me know what you guys think so far of this Bakkie down below. Obviously compared to the standard 1400 engine, which I think comes with like 54 kilowatts, this well, 54 kilowatts and maybe like 90 or 100 newton meters of torque. This one has, I think, quadruple that, or it might not. If it's not more, I'll put the correct number on the screen. This one isn't tuned, it's just a standard 3UZ VVTi motor with the automatic gearbox from that same engine that is installed into this Bakkie. So the only thing that's different is I'm not sure if there's branches on, but I know there's a full exhaust. So that's basically the only thing that's been done to this thing, and the Bakkie is lightweight enough for it to handle all that power. Sort out the steering box, because driving at like 110, it is quite scary because it does shift around and move around a lot. Thank you for tuning in and watching this little feature of Lowe's, as he calls it, Shrek. He gives a name to all of his cars. Let me know what you think of the engine setup. Let me know if this is something you would attempt. I think it's done very cleanly, it's done very well. The guy who builds these Bakkies, or does the fabrication from Lowe, is very good with his motor swaps, as you saw on Moonhopper, which I'll also link up top. The quality of the work is really insane, and it's stuff that you're typically only used to seeing on American channels, like Cletus, who specializes in LS stuff. I know Lowe is actually swapping in an LS into one of those Jeeps with the 39-inch tires. My weekends are just pretty hectic, so we will be doing a video with one of those Jeeps very soon. I'll keep you guys posted on that, but leave a comment down below. What's your favorite part about this Bakkie? Is it something that you would attempt or drive? Let me know what you think about the engine setup, and then just let me know what you guys in general think about car reviews. I'm not copying anyone. I know that dude in blue does car features and car videos like this. Sorry, you guys just freaked out. The gimbal just went haywire. But yeah, I know that dude in blue does similar videos to this. I'm not copying anyone, I'm just trying to do something out of my own, and like I said, I'm filming everything myself, so it is quite hard. But leave a comment down below if you'd like to feature your car. You can comment down below, or just pop me an email. My email is linked in the description down below, and well, stay tuned, because Lowe actually has another exciting car that hopefully it will be done soon, that we can feature it in the near future. It's a bit of a drag racing car, something different to what he is accustomed to, but he's venturing into new things. So I'm really excited for that. I'm excited to experience and see what he's going to be able to do with that car, and with specifically the engine swap that is in that car. I think it's the perfect engine swap for the platform, so we'll see what power they can reach in that. But let's give it a last pull. Nothing Nothing beats raw power. Now I can see why all of the guys who are drifting or starting out drifting just use a V8, because that power is instantly there. There's no turbo lag, especially on a lightweight chassis. There's no turbo lag. There's not waiting for the power. The power's just instantly there. So I can definitely see why a lot of the guys who are into drifting use V8s as their engine of choice. It's crazy to feel the power, and I can just imagine sliding this thing sideways, what it must feel like. Comment down below what you guys thought of this video, of this little feature video. Obviously I love this car from Lowe's. It just inspires me to continue to do the things that I want to do in order to get my Bakkie to the place that I imagine it. Obviously a completely different engine setup, but look wise the thing, this body works very good, and the paint works very nice, and just overall this Bakkie is insane. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about this Bakkie. That brings it into the video. As you can see, Shrek is popped to next to Gummy Bear, the other brother of that. What's the red one's name?
I don't know, I call it Red Cappuccino.
Red Cappuccino. We'll find out the correct name of that. That one's currently in for engine swap, but the Jeep with the 39 inch size is in the background. It makes Shrek actually look very, very, very small. But it was a good and exciting video. Hope you guys got a feel or sound for the big American, I wouldn't even say it's American, Japanese V8 with the Lexus 3UZ. Leave a comment down below if you think it's a cool swap, if it's something that you would do, or leave a comment on what engine you would put in a 1400 chassis. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below, like the video, and subscribe. I see 75% of you guys who are watching are new viewers and are not subscribed. So subscribe, and I'll see you guys shortly for new videos. Cheers.
Memphis, man.